Hello and welcome to Stage 6 of the Hybrid Highway, where we are racing for our very own Ferrari SF90. Yeah, this is ME7, I was just using my radio announcer voice. Stage 6 gets expensive, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, I've got no upgrades. First thing to check is, how much off-track can we get away with? Alright, let's see. Gosh, that felt like 1.5 seconds, maybe even 2. So we want to know that before we really get into this in case it gets tricky. Now, I'm going to let everyone pass me because I want a nice clean run. This is definitely not the lap you're going to set your best time on because, well, I'm having a horrible start. So I want that pack to get ahead of me so I can do a little bit of getting a feel for this track, you know, just see. Based on how this car's been handling, I'm pretty sure I can brake at the first overhead banner and get back to the throttle nicely. All right, let's see if we can push this. Woo, a little bit snaky there. That's going to affect things. On your left, we've got this slight left-hand turn. After it ends, we want to watch for a light green patch. There it is, right there. Shortly after that, I'm braking, maybe 2 car lengths, and that's feeling pretty good in this car. Get my drive off. That's pretty good. That's a very sharp corner. If I feel like I'm on the brakes too early, I'll take 2 tires off track and get some trajectory out of the corner. This corner is also tricky. It's more than 90 degrees. Looks like about maybe 100, 110. Ooh, I think I might have wasted a bit of my off track there. Got to be careful with that. And then here, let's see if I can do this. I'm braking later with 2 tires off track to increase my trajectory. This is the worst corner probably in the whole game for me. These parabolic-shaped corners are very difficult. So I'm not talking parabolica like Monza, but nevertheless, that's a parabolic-shaped corner. And if you maximize those corners, you get a lot of gains in this game. Okay, this isn't off track. Did you know that? You'd go off there if you want to set up a nice speed run. I'm wasting a bit of time, but I don't care. Here's where I save that time. All right? So I'm going to keep this pretty clean. Oh, that was clean. That was all on track. And we'll just see if I can do this without having to do any nasty little tricks. Okay, can take my tires off track. Back to that throttle, baby. Okay, that's a nice setup. And you got to really be careful. Bots will brake at that little slight hand left before we get on there, and so we don't need to. Braking about 2 car lengths after this green section. Keep all tires on track. Maybe get a bit of trajectory here. Not much. I hit that pretty good. Woo, baby! That was a nice drive out of the corner. Setting up the next corner way to the left. Cut through that. There, that was still on track. On the brakes pretty early. This is sharper than 90 degrees. Okay, gonna have to do a little braking point here. In cars with better grip, you don't have to. Bots on high assists will often brake twice there. Hockenheimring is really bad if you use any brake assists. It's really gonna waste your time. Even low brake assist, you're on the brakes more than you need to be. That wasn't a bad corner. So now I'm not going to utilize the off-track section as much, just a little bit here, not much, because it wastes a bit of time. Woo, boy. Okay, let's see what we got here for time. That's not bad. That's not bad. I hope that stands. Okay, so now I want to keep this lap just nice and clean. I'm still going to push it, though. I don't think they're going to beat me. Like, I'm showing in first place now. Isn't that funny? I was in last place, suddenly in first place. That's because this is more like a pole position, qualifying type of a race. It's just that they have everyone's spaced so tightly together, which you would not do when you're racing for the pole. You know, you'd have nice gaps. But, oh well, that's okay. It's Real Racing 3. It's not perfect. It's pretty dang good, though, I think. I wonder if I'm going to beat my time. This is a decent lap, actually. No major mistakes. Oh, this didn't feel very good, though. Actually, that's not bad. You know what? I might even set a faster time. Huh. Wouldn't that be funny? We'll see. This, it's not easy, and you just never know when the bots are going to be doing a little bit better. Oh, that was a little bit squirrely. Not bad. Okay, let's see how my worst corner is in the game. It didn't feel great. Those parabolic-shaped corners, man, they're tricky. Okay, and take a little bit off track here. Oh, more than I wanted to do. That's going to affect things. Pretty loose. Okay, well, maybe that was my best lap. I mean, I passed it. That's pretty good. So how much? Let's see what the competition was doing there. Ooh, boy, I'm just like 200ths better. Okay, so this one. Now, I had a feeling I was going to do a lot of repeating of stages, so I'm going back to an old round because I've saved this reward. Someone's going to ask me about this, that's why I'm showing you. There we go. I'm using a servicing tool there. So I saved those for something like this. Okay, I had to put on upgrades. Those are all just $R upgrades. They haven't done this for a long time, but let's look at this first, okay? Need a lot of speed here. And I want to catch this first bot. This is very difficult. So, anyhow, for the longest time now, no, let's not talk about that. I'm not talking about upgrades. This is critical. I've now caught this bot. I need to draft off him. He's going to break here, so I got to be careful. I don't want to tap him much or I'm going to lose the draft. Oop, like that. He's trying to lose me. Okay, you're going to stay hooked up. Before that green section that I break at, I got to pull away from him because he'll break early. Got to pull away. He's on the brakes. Now, I'm braking too late. Throw it sideways. You'll stop quicker. And just let him pass you. Be prepared in case you slide off track. Okay, let's get back to the upgrade talk. For the longest time now, upgrades have been, Tier 1 upgrades have been $R, and then all Tier 2 upgrades have been gold. But back in the old days, it wasn't that way when this game first started. All of Tier 1, all of Tier 2, and sometimes even some of Tier 3 would be just $R upgrades. Well, I can't believe they're kind of giving a little bit of a throwback with this car. We've got multiple stages of upgrades that are $R. Like, you know, I know a lot of us rag on these guys for being gold hungry and currency hungry, but hey, they're backpedaling a little bit, which I think's pretty cool. Like, they're giving us more $R upgrades on this car, and actually, there's mixed opinions about what they're doing with Formula One. I like it. For 2020 and 2021, if you wanted to be competitive, you needed at least 4 tunings, which is about 12 million M dollars. Then you had to fully max out your driver and your principal, which threw you over 1,100 gold, if my memory serves me correctly. It might not be exactly right. Definitely over 1,000. So now you can fully max out a car for less than that. And it'll just be competitive everywhere because every other car will be that way. So I kind of like it. Okay, so there we go. Oh, no. Gosh, that was close to going off track, baby. Let's fast forward a little bit of this because I don't want to waste a bunch of your time. This is the easy part, just staying with this guy. I'm going to slow down when we get to the last speed run. And that's coming, well, very quickly now. We're going 4 times regular speed, so let's pull out of this. Okay, so setting up my last speed run. It's been interesting because I've been pushing this guy. He's been catching up to 3rd place. So again, we want to, oh, this is going to be even nicer. Perfect. I backed off the throttle a bit there. I don't know if you noticed that. Again, we got to move out of the way before we get to that light green section because he's going to brake. Oh, that was beautiful. This one should be, I'm going to be, oh, no. Okay. I thought he was going to smack me off track or something. A little bit scary. Just got to double check the requirements. Think I'm good. All right. So now we just need to finish this race. And I'm going to let some guys pass me because it didn't say what position I had to be in. And as I've said before, I don't mind finishing in 8th place. I don't want to finish any higher than that if I don't have to. Because we had several races where they were forcing us to finish higher, and I don't like that. Yeah. Now, I'm just surprised. This car, it's a decent car, even with all these speed upgrades. Now that I've learned how to handle it, I don't mind this. And I'm really happy that I'm able to buy like right into stage 2 upgrades without spending gold on some of them. Not all of them are that way. Some of the stats do require gold in tier 2, but boy, it's been a long time since we had this ability. Okay, that is the end of this particular stage. So let's get rolling on with the rest of this. There's my beautiful 8th place finish that I'm so proud of. Not really. Okay, now this one's Speed Snap, and I didn't have to add any more upgrades. It says we got to finish in 20 seconds, and well, I got a little bit too focused on time. So starting here, usually what I like to do is pick a certain point on the track where I can start from a dead stop, but I didn't really have enough time to figure that out, so I'm going in here all wrong, and I thought, oh nuts, am I going to have enough time? So I just keep it floored. No lifting at all. Looking at my time, I'm getting worried. 2-0. Well, I guess I should have lifted. because I crossed the line with definitely more than I needed, quite a bit more. And I still had time, but whatever. I'm not going to do a restore. Let's just keep on going. And now this gets quite expensive. Look at all these upgrades I had to buy. I needed it, and I'll explain why in a couple of seconds. There's lots of things we got to do. By the way, they added this. Have to finish in first place. They didn't show that in the other screen. Now, here's why. Right here. Look, I'm not braking. The bot was braking before I got control of my car. Now let's do a little freeze frame. I just hit 163 with all of those upgrades. Okay, 162 miles an hour is the minimum requirement every time you cross the start-finish line. So I couldn't do this with any less. I tried for a while. Maybe I could have gotten away with skipping one of them. But honestly, guys, I spent, I don't know, probably an hour and a half on this. So what I was trying to do was the race would start, I would turn the car around, go back and get a nice speed run. And the best I could do was 8th place when I was starting the race. Well, these other SF90s are now driving a lot better. Like, look at that. I'm got to grind him, and he's not disappearing. Like, these are tough dudes. So what I found was, when I did that, the best I could do was to just get on the bumper of 2nd place by the time the race was ending. And you've got to win this race. So here's everything you got to do, all right? You got to finish each lap under 1 minute and 19 seconds. You have to be doing at least 162 miles per hour each time you cross the start-finish line. And you've got to win. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. So I'll go off track a little bit here, set up a speed run so I can be cruising for a bruise. And at the beginning here, sliding. Come on, baby, get your speed up there. That's a lot better. Okay. And, nuts. How's the windshield? Oh, good. No cracks. I got away with it. A collision like that usually means you just lost acceleration, top speed, grip, and brakes. Now, what I also don't like is that now he's way back there. Like, that's the 2nd place dude who now, 3rd place dude who took over 2nd. I didn't want to have this much of a lead. Nothing I can do about it. I can't slow down. I can't afford to slow down because, I had a collision. 1 minute and 19 seconds is not a problem for me to do this lap. But I also have to cross the start-finish line at least 162 miles an hour. So, I did this once, exactly like this almost, and I tried to give up a bit of my lead, and then I didn't get to the start-finish line because the race will automatically end once that clock hits 1 minute 19 seconds. And I was like 3 car lengths from the start-finish line. Anyhow, so I'm not going to wait for him. I'm just not. I'm just done. At a certain point, I've retried a stage enough times. It's time to finish this thing. Finish him. And even now, like 115, 116, 117, slowing down a bit would not have helped me very much. Wow. That is not easy, dude. Okay, well, let's show you, I'll make sure to show you my upgrades so you can see I'm not lying at all. Thanks for joining me today. Please like, please subscribe. Join me for stage 7. Hopefully it doesn't cost anything more. All right, guys. And here's the playlist link and some other videos. Bye-bye now.